Welcome, friends. This is the 26th lesson on trot in about 40 days' time. Today it is on hashtag success sauce, hashtag win obstinacy, chapter 8, part 8, that is 8.8. Yes, I am talking about case studies. Case studies are those specific and unique cases put up during management courses for students to understand in depth what is the hurdle faced, why is it faced, and how it has been overcome. Same is the case here. I am telling you the hurdles faced by me and how I have overcome them. And basically, I was continuously victim of success. Others did not like me to succeed, more so because I was following the path of truth. I was ignoring the verbal instructions, obviously irregular, from celebrities, so-called celebrities, who will not tolerate anybody not listening to them, so they will make them to suffer. Here I will tell you a story. One known minister who is absolutely known to be dishonest had taken position, and his secretary, absolutely honest man. He was very scared that this ruthless minister will cause a lot of harm. What to do? And his first instruction was, as usual, an irregular one. And despite his intention to say no, he said, yes, sir. He had done that. Second time he promised to himself, now I will say no. Second time also he yielded to his fear complex. Third time too. And the fourth time he made it a point that if I have to lose my job, I would lose. But no more irregular job. Therefore, the fourth irregular job instruction came from Honorable Minister, and he said, no sir, it cannot be done. And the Honorable Minister shouted at him, oh, you won't do it? He said, no sir. And Secretary was waiting for the punishment to come. Then coolly Minister said, then don't do it. So that is the situation. If you face somebody squarely on his face and then say no, then ultimately you will win. Let me start with the win-win obstinacy of one renowned hunter named Jim Corbett. The story is Tiger's Mind. Jim Corbett was having one egg in the left hand with the moss in it, and all hunters are superstitious, so he was also. And this egg with moss is supposed to save life and is supposed to be very good for a hunter. And he was crossing through a lane-like passage between three hills in Uttarakhand, and that led to a flat land beyond. And the moment he came out of the lane-like passage between the hills, he found a tiger quietly lying on the plain land and looking at him, and he felt that the tiger is smiling at him. That, Jim Corbett, where will you go now? I will eat you. You have no way to run. And Jim Corbett had an egg on his left hand, and he looked at the eyes of the tiger continuously, and very slowly he was moving his right hand, which is not perceptible to the tiger, and slowly bringing his rifle on the right shoulder to horizontal level to shoot the tiger. And tiger was at ease. Where Jim Corbett will go, he is my prey now. And after some time, he put the rifle at the level of the tiger and shot it at the head, and the tiger died. So this is the story I have read many times. I have learned fearlessness from here, that Jim Corbett was seeing death in front of him. Even then he was not afraid. Even then he kept his cool. That is the situation you have to follow. I will tell you my story. At Bokaro, at our office, there was some agitation going on, and I had gone to pacify the agitation, discussed with the people. I discussed with the people. The meeting started at 6:30 in the evening, went on up to 9:30, but it did not come to a solution. Then they sat on a dharna. Dharna means blockage. Dharna means room arrest. Dharna means you are not allowed to use toilet. That is the major weapon in their hands. And I had practiced myself that I do not use toilet for 6 hours, 8 hours without any problem. So I was sitting at my desk, and it was at 12 o'clock midnight. The union leader, who was a politician, suddenly burst into the room without seeking permission and threw a snake at me, which was a very dangerous and poisonous snake. And I was little surprised at it, but immediately, instantly, the scale in my hand, I picked up the snake and threw it back at him. And he jumped out of the room because the snake was very poisonous, to save himself. Therefore, face every situation where you can save yourself and bring surprise to the opponent. There is another case where one celebrity in the ministry had asked me to employ somebody. That was the time interview was going on. I talked to that gentleman and I asked his papers. The papers showed that he has just been demoted in his present organization. And he started giving a lecture on politics instead of on his job. Naturally, he was not selected. And then the celebrity asked me back at the ministry that, have you selected him? I said, no, sir, he could not be selected because he is a politician, not a worker. Therefore, he was very annoyed that his order has not been complied with. So immediately ordered a high-level investigation at joint secretary level at my organization. One joint secretary arrived. This all happens, whims and fancies, without any charge, without any blame. The celebrities can do this, and you should be prepared for this if you are following path of truth. So he came there at Bhilai. I was working at Bhilai, and he was inspecting all the purchase files. Normally, purchase files where the corruption takes place. And after he has inspected about 100 files, he gave me a ring from the guest house where he was inspecting that, Mr. Mukherjee, I have inspected 100 files. I said, no, sir, you have inspected file number 19, but that is the main file. My boys tell me that 20 files are linked with it. I am sending my man with those 20 files because you have missed inspecting those 20 files. He was very surprised. Normally people want to hide files, and I am opening up the files to him. He checked up on those files. The investigation was over, and thereafter in the ministry, our joint secretary had asked me, tell me what is the report of the joint secretary investigation that you are subjected to. I said, I don't know, sir. The report has come to you. He said, in my career so far, I have not seen a report of this kind. The report starts that the files cannot be kept in a better manner than this situation in this company in the purchase office. So therefore, any question of corruption or irregularities or anything against Mr. Mukherjee is absolutely nullified. Similarly was the case of another inspection in another situation. I'll tell you in the next lesson. So therefore, you must understand, my friends, that you will have to face this. You should be ready to face it at any time, anywhere, because there are people who feel muscle is the be-all and end-all of the situation. People are scared, so take advantage of their fear. So where I was, that people want to take advantage of your fear psychosis. Don't let them. Be bold and make a statement that you are not afraid, and you will win and win and win. Thank you.